Hello, welcome to my series about all Chopin's music. Today I have for you the most beautiful music ever written for piano. I don't hesitate when I call the third movement of the third piano sonata by Chopin the most beautiful music. Beauty. That's how we can describe this wonderful music. Of course, this is the music for people who have time, for people who want to calm down, for people whose soul needs a massage. I'm joking a little bit, but I call this movement a massage for the soul. First of all, we have to understand Chopin's idea of writing such a long and slow movement in the middle of his piano sonata. Well, it's not surprising. First of all, Beethoven's slow movements in the sonatas are also extremely long. So, as we know, Chopin had Beethoven as a hero when he wrote piano sonatas. Second of all, it was a romantic era. People had no no internet, no YouTube, only live music. So they spent time while listening to only live music. So for them, such a long, beautiful music was never too boring and was never enough. When Chopin played it in public, in the salon, they probably asked for again and again and again. Because while listening to this music, I think we need to just open ourselves and absorb all the energy that comes from this touching and beautiful melodies. The music is written as if it's a kind of a relaxation music, I would say. But as well, it has a deeper message and a deeper meaning. For me, this is a poem about love. And what is also very important, I think, to understand is that the first and the second movement of piano sonata, they had their direction is to this movement, in which we have the true climax of the whole sonata, emotional climax. And with this attitude, I think we should start to take a journey through this masterpiece. Everything starts as if we are going to have another drama. Oh my God, will it really be about love? Well, why? Why is it so? Maybe you know. The true reason why Chopin starts this third movement, forte fortissimo, is because he ended scherzo in exactly the same way. Let's listen to the end of the scherzo. And then Chopin starts from the same note. It's the same note. We end it and we start from the same note. So definitely, pianist performing this piece cannot make a pause and, I don't know, take a handkerchief and clean the keyboard or clean his head. No, there is no time for that. Between scherzo and third movement, there must be almost no break. After this, we have to keep going with the energy we created in scherzo. And then we have, we calm down. And what do we have now? We have a beautiful, calming melody about love. Let's stop here, because this was part A. So we go part by part with our analysis. In fact, this music needs no words. Your heart and my heart feels what's inside. All we can say, we can try to see deeper and talk about something that the first impression of a music lover will not catch. A few things. First of all, it is like a nocturno, of course, but left hand has a very specific accompaniment. Excuse me. Pa pam, pa pam, pa pam, pa pam, pa pam, all the time. Isn't it like a little bit like a heart beating? Pa pam, pa pam, maybe, or a little bit like walking somewhere. It reminds me of some of the nocturnos, for example, C minor, but of course we don't have there pa pam, pa pam, pa pam. This is something very special. This is calm, but at the same time pa pam makes it a little bit more live. Of course, we focus on the beautiful melody, so we don't really hear the left hand. The left hand is only enriching this melody. But melody itself also has always a constant rhythm, pa pam, pa pam. Just listen again. Listen now. Pam, pa pam, pa pam. So this is the idea of Chopin. And this was the first phrase, then the answer. The first phrase, and then the same phrase with different ending. And now there's the first kind of climax, because we came until this moment. Is taken from the very first notes in the first movement. So that okay, and now we have another phrase which is simply a short motif repeated twice. Just listen. Repeat it from different note, of course. phrase number 1. Everything stops, and then from this moment we have a kind of something new. Something that we can call a bridge. Because this movement will have a very easy to catch structure A, B, A. Like a typical kind of song maybe, or a nocturno. So we approach part B, a very special part in this piece. And this bridge has its own inner message. And the main concept here is the dialogue. I subjectively, my imagination creates questions and answers. There is definitely some kind of question and then the answer. The question that I hear here is, "Do you love me?" asks she. "Do you love me?" He answers, "Yes, of course I do." But she answers again, she asks again, "Do you love me?" He answers again, "Yes." And then we have the continuation of the bridge as a conclusion of the bridge. They are sing together. And I play this bridge again because I really want you to absorb it and remember it. Then we come to part B. Part B, which for me is like a hypnosis, is the music which I always listen when I feel bad, and I strongly recommend you to also. When I need to soothe and calm my nerves, my pain, this is the music that Chopin wrote for himself to feel better, I think, as a kind of autotherapy. This is the music that Chopin took out from his heart, the most sensitive, beautiful parts of it. And he's not afraid of showing us this. Absolutely heavenly music. Music for people who have time, that's for sure. Because it's very slowly flowing, in a very slow tempo, with a very constant rhythm, ta 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 ta, all the time, and a kind of chorale melody hidden inside. Let's listen to this and see how it is constructed. Part B of this movement. Question? And the answer. And and the conclusion. And everything is repeated. With the answer, the question, and the answer. And the conclusion. After repeating 2 times, we have something new. We have like a middle part of this part B, which main idea is to build the tension, to go to the climax, to forte actually, the first forte here, to the climax. After which we will have again some questions, but this time we unfortunately go into some kind of pain for a little bit. Thanks God. Let's listen to the whole middle part. This is very optimistic. The question is optimistic, but then the answer is very pessimistic. And now it's dark. Maybe not the bridge, sorry, not the bridge, just the ending of middle part of part B, and we come back to the beginning of part B for the last time. You tell me, what is this? Yes, this is not an easy question, but if you listened carefully to my video, maybe you connect this part with the bridge which was between A and B. Let me play this bridge for you. Do you remember question, do you love me? I love you. Yes, this is exactly the same, but the character is sad. So maybe this question now is, do you miss me? Or will you miss me? Whatever we want, but the motif is the same. Listen. answer. The question again. And answer. And conclusion. We reached heaven, and we start part A. So this is unusual and very special in this part. After part B, we don't have part A again, but immediately, but we have the bridge, which before connect part A with part B, and now as kind of backwards connects part B with part A again. And part A that comes back is like a lullaby, because left hand this time has a very swinging melody. Yes, we can call it melody. Again the romantic bridge. Do you love me? Yes, I love you. But do you really love me? And then more and more passionate. We approach the coda. The coda, which in the left hand we have the constant rhythm as we had in part B, and right hand plays or sings a very calming melody. And that's the end of this part. This part ends two chords, one painful and one full of love. This is the most important part of this sonata, and the most spiritual and deep, but as well easy to absorb because of its beauty. And that's how it's built. I think quite easy. So that's all I think I have to add. And playing this music always makes me very calm and happy, as you can see. Thank you for staying here with me until now and watching, and I invite you to my next videos next time we finish the sonata. Take care. Bye bye.